I said before, I think the next game is the most important game, and this is the most important game right in front of us on Saturday. And this is a team that's played. They're fighting for their lives, basically, to try to to stay in the league. And it'd be and it's a team that's lost close games to some good teams. So it's going to be kind of a battle against a team that's fighting for their lives, and against a team like us who's trying to move up in the standings from fourth place, trying to, move up in the standings. So it's, which motivation is higher for us to move up in the standing, or for them to fight for their lives? I mean, it'll be a game of, are we mentally ready to play?
When you watched them on video, what was the reason that they lost so many close games? Where are their weaknesses? What are they going for?
I mean, they're a young group of players just together, and I think they're still looking for their identity. I mean, Michael Meeks has done a good job coming in there, and they're playing hard, working hard. Michael's done a real good job with that team. They've just, they lost a close game to Ulm in Ulm. They've lost some close games at home. So, I mean, and in this league, I think it's been proven any team can beat any team. I mean, there's been some weird, Holland's gone into places and won games. I mean, there's been some, it's a strange league, so to speak. And the home court advantage in some of these gyms is huge for a lot of these teams. I'm not sure what the crowd is like there this year, but they've always had a very, very good crowd there. A young, college-type atmosphere.
Is Yassin going to play?
No. No, he's out till, we hope maybe next week he can start to practice.
Is that a setback?
Well, he's been out since December 23rd,
yeah.
Actually.
Yeah, but he had a little setback sort of on his.
Yeah, he tried to come back, and it was just the same injury. He had a bad fall against Bayreuth. Maybe he came back too early. It's hard to say. But he had a setback, and he's out. And Marko Simonovic hasn't practiced for 2 days. He hurt his knee a little bit, so it's questionable whether he'll play too. He'll try to practice a little bit today, and we see where he is.
So he stayed today.
Yeah, he's going to practice today, Marco, and try. But he had a sprained knee, and so it's hard to say. I mean, it's a delicate area, so it's hard to say.
But he will go with you too.
It depends if he can practice or not. If he can't practice today, he'll stay here and work out with our physical trainer. If he can practice today and get through practice and he's cleared to play, then he'll come with us.
When are you going? Tomorrow or today?
No, we go today.
So when is the decision?
After practice today.
So we can call somebody.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you come out of a European top 16, which was not very much successful, and you really got beaten up by Vilnius on Tuesday. How many marks did it leave on your team?
Oh, it's tough to say. Obviously, we had 4 games so far in the group, and that was probably our worst effort, our worst game. So that was disappointing, especially when we had a do-or-die game in front of us. I don't know about worst effort, might not be the right word, but I mean worst performance. So that was really disappointing. But they completely outplayed us. They were the better team for 40 minutes. There's no doubt.
80.
Huh?
80.
No, I would say for 48 minutes. The last 8 minutes in Vilnius.
Okay.
We were the better team in Vilnius for 32 minutes, and but for 48 minutes they really outplayed us. I mean, so it's disappointing. I think that first loss in Benetton really set us back. Then when we lost Turin and Benetton, the game against Kuban really hurt. So those first 2 games really hurt us. As far as, we needed to at least win one of those games. And even with that, that win against, even if we would have won that game against Kuban, even losing to Benetton on the road, we would still be in a position to.
What was the approach after after Tuesday when you met again here?
We practiced. We didn't have a recovery day. We came in and practiced, and no, we've practiced very hard for 2 days. You know, we have to get better habits in what we do, and we don't have habits yet. That's one thing that's frustrating. When I coached in Frankfurt, our teams had habits. People wondered why we were successful last year. Yeah, we had Deshaun Wood, but we had a lot of players. We got habits. We got habits on the practice floor, and that's one thing. You know, we need to get better habits here. I don't like our players' habits, defensively and offensively. We don't have good habits, and we have to get better habits.
Did Deshaun Wood have those habits in Frankfurt?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had. I thought last year in Frankfurt we had Deshaun Wood, who was probably the best player in the league. Deshaun Wood competes. He's a winner. He competes. And the rest of the team, we competed. We played hard, and we had good habits. We weren't very talented, some people said, but we had habits.
So here you have the talent, but not the habits.
So to speak, we have much better talent here than last year, but we don't have the habits yet. And if you don't have habits, it really doesn't matter what kind of talent you have.
Can you name the habits?
No, I'm just talking about things in our defensive philosophy and our offensive philosophy. How we do things defensively. Those are habits. How we play one-on-one defense. How we play ball screen defense. How we, habits. What we do. Our transition defense. What we do. And so it's, that's been frustrating for me as a coach. And, after we lost to Hagen, we started season 1 and 2. We got back and we really improved the habits. And then after Christmas time, they disappeared again a little bit. And now we have to try to find, we have to get good habits. And I think that's one thing Chris Fleming has done really well in Bamberg. It took him about a year and a half. The first year and a half they struggled. But he got habits with that team. And they have very good habits in what they do. And I think that's what we did in Frankfurt last year. We had habits. And we competed. But, right now we have to get better habits.
Why is it so hard to establish them here?
No, every coach has different habits that they stress. Every coach has a different philosophy how they want to play. We have certain ways we do things, and this is the way we're going to do it. There's no other options. And we have to get better at doing it. And it just takes time sometimes. And last year we basically had one game a week in Frankfurt most of the time, so we had a little more time to practice and do things on the practice floor. I'm a big believer you have to get things done on the practice floor that you want to carry over to the game floor. If you don't get them done on the practice floor, you can't expect the players to get it done in the game. You can't hold them accountable. So.
But you're pounding those habits into their heads during practice.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're working on habits. Yeah. We're teaching guys how to set screens.
And how do you feel after practice that they got it?
We're slowly by slowly. We got to get it. There's no other options. Mm-hmm. The only way we can get better as a team is if we get better habits. There's no other way. Yeah, we need to play together. We need to compete. But those two things are a staple in any team sport you play. It doesn't matter whether you're playing hockey, handball. You got to compete, and you got to play together.
Yeah.
Okay? After that, you got to have what habits do you want as a team? And those are the habits we have to drive in. And it's been frustrating. It's like I told the players, and I'll be honest. We're 6 months into the season, and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in myself. I'm disappointed that we haven't got the habits we need to be successful, to play good basketball right now. And there's. I thought the Trier game was better as far as our defensive habits. Against Ritas, I thought we took a step backwards. But obviously, we need our big guys. Our defensive presence right now without Torin and Yasin is not great. We don't have a presence on the defensive end. And we need to, we hope to get Yasin back and Torin back but injuries are part of the game. You can't say because this is out, injuries are part of the game. You got to be able to fight your way through it. And we have not done a good job fighting through it when Yasin and Torin were out. I thought Derek really stepped up. but in the Euro Cup, we're just too undermanned at that position. In the Bundesliga, we can get away with Derek at the 5, one person at the 5, playing Sven at the 5. But in the Euro Cup, it was difficult against Kuban, against Benetton, against Ritas, because of their size.
Would you say this was so far a roller coaster season?
Yeah, I would say it's been to a certain extent, we were on the expressway in November, December, and then now we're back on the roller coaster. Yeah. We started kind of a roller coaster season, but I feel confident we're going to get the habits and get playing good basketball. I feel real confident we're going to do it. I mean, we have better players here than we did in Frankfurt, and but we got to get habits.
And in moments or days like after the Vilnius game, how much patience do you have?
0.
And what did you tell the team on Wednesday morning?
No, we went to.
Did you talk about it again?
We went through a video session, then we came and practiced for 2 hours in the morning. And
was it long video or just?
I just went through I went through the
10, 15 minutes.
some things, and we came and practiced. Usually we do a recovery workout in a situation, recovery workout. But we practiced. Yesterday we practiced twice, and today we'll go.